Death has taken its toll on me. Death has taken its toll on me. All those things I used to be, the feelings I had before I went on. Death has taken its toll on me. Death has taken its toll on me. It's an empty space, it's dead weight, like I've grown a new heart in the old one's place. Death has taken its toll on me. Death has taken its toll on me. All those things I used to be, the feelings I had before I went on. Death has taken its toll on me. Death has taken its toll on me. A different person, a soldier's orders. My mind and world they all used to be. Don't put me in a crowded room, for death has taken its toll on me. Death has taken its toll on me. All those things I used to be, the feelings I had before I went on. Death has taken its toll on me. Death has taken its toll on me.
In the 1860s, Pioche, Nevada was the worst town in the West. Worse than Tombstone, worse than Dodge City, and all the rest. It was so bad 72 people died before one died of natural death. About one half of the community were thieves, scoundrels, and murderers. The most notorious mining camp in Nevada, where the only law was the gun, William Hamlin made the first discovery of gold and silver in 1863. The town became infamous for its many homicides. The population was more than 7,000 by 1872, with dozens of saloons and red light districts adding to the chaos. It contains the first Murderers' Row, a section in the cemetery set apart from the rest, containing the graves of over 100 murderers. Most are unmarked. This is the Overland Hotel. In rooms 8, 10, and 15, you can have a lot of activity. Apparitions are seen on multiple floors, and things have been moved and rearranged. Visitors have often said that they've heard voices.
Stephanie's a housekeeper here at the Overland Hotel. We're in room number 15, and we're going to have Stephanie tell us a little bit about some of her experiences. We've got room 8 as well reserved. And we did in the past have a lot of activity up there, but Stephanie's going to tell us about her time here. Tell us about how long you've been here.
I've been here for 5 years. I've been housekeeping upstairs for 5 years.
Okay.
Just recently I started working downstairs as a part-time bartender. Never, you know, all the other bartenders are freaked out at night, not me. I think it's because I've been here so long.
Mm-hmm.
But one of my very first experiences in the hotel is right next door in the laundry room. You guys ought to run through there too.
Okay.
Is I was up there and I had an ashtray sitting in a big heavy glass ashtray sitting on top of the dryer, and it's not quite beneath the window. I mean, there's no way that, you know. And I set it up and I turned to go empty laundry out of the first dryer, and when I turned back around, that heavy ashtray just, so that was my first experience. And then I thought, well, no, I really didn't see it. It didn't really happen. I'd probably been here about 2 years then.
Uh-huh.
And then probably a year and a half ago, I left work in a hurry. My daughter had an accident, so I was hurrying to get there, and I was just running down the hall pulling the door shut. And room 8 was one of the doors that I pulled shut, and I was across the hall in 6. And 2 hours goes by, 2.5 hours go by, and I come back to finish cleaning, and I'd finished 6, and I'm walking across the hall to 8, and I unlocked the door, and as soon as I opened it, there's this, I don't know, it didn't really have a form, but it was like this misty, you could tell that it had a texture, and it was just cruising across like that, and I thought, that is really cool.
Cool.
And the other maid that works up here, she says she hates going in 8. You know, she said she'd open the door and she'd come back, the door would be closed. So,
Wow.
it's just been things like that. So that second one really truly made me believe that there's something here.
Uh-huh.
For years, all the years that I was here, you can hear when you're walking down the halls because it's hollow and it's an old building.
Sure.
And when you're downstairs, you can hear people walking.
Mm-hmm.
But upstairs, I can't tell you how many times I've stopped, gone out, and looked both ways down the hall, and there's nothing there.
And you know who's
You
in what
can tell,
rooms.
yeah. And
Exactly.
usually when I'm up here, it's empty
Mm-hmm.
because they're checkouts or they're stayovers, but they've gone to work or whatever.
Sure.
But I've heard my name called numerous times. Look out into the hall, the
cool.
footsteps, and going down this long hall. There's just times when I know I'm not alone, makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up,
Uh-huh.
and then I just don't turn around because I don't think I want to see anything, but I know if I do,
Uh-huh.
there will be something there. So.
Have any other doors to locked rooms are opening?
Yeah, because room 8, the door automatically locks when
Really?
you pull it shut. Yeah. So, and Rosie had to go 3 times,
Uh-huh.
and each time she had to unlock it because it keeps closing, and the third time she made me go with her.
Okay.
And then so I watched her unlock the door, but it was no big deal. I said, "Do you want me to stay?" She goes, "No, I'm okay." But so just weird things like that have happened. My name being called is a huge thing. How does whatever might be here know what my name is?
I know.
I guess.
Have there been any times that you feel threatened or any major discomfort at all?
No.
Okay.
Never, ever. I know there's something posted online about room number 10, and we talked about that. That's a level of sleep that you go through where you feel
Uh-huh.
like you can't get up and you're pinned down.
Paralyzed, yeah.
But the guy that had stayed in there, he was drunk the next morning when he came to visit with me, so he'd been
Okay.
out partying, so I kind of disregarded that as anything. I've always felt in room 10,
Uh-huh.
which the back wall, if you I'll open 10 for you guys.
Okay, very good.
Because 10's connected to 8 on the back side. So like 8's down this hallway, here's
Okay.
10.
Mhm.
And I've always felt like that there was a little boy, 10 years old maybe,
Okay.
and I just always got that sense that there was a little boy in that room.
Okay.
So-
Alrighty. Do you have any history on the people that died here in the fire in the
I don't.
50s?
I
Okay.
know. Candace may.
Okay. All right.
She may.
Okay.
What have you experienced in this room?
This room is, I want to say it was last year, maybe 2 years ago. I had another group of ghost hunters come, and they had set up their equipment in this room, and I actually saw the video of the orbs in this room.
Okay.
And then there was audio that they had, but I don't remember what room it was in.
Okay.
And it was a couple different voices, so.
Okay. Very good. Very good.
Is there anything you can tell us about room 23 or room 24?
23, I understood that a man died in that room. I'm not sure if it was that room, but that's what I've heard.
Okay. Was
So-
that recently?
No, it's more than 5 years ago because
okay.
it was a couple years before I got here.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So,
Alrighty. Very cool.
The $1 Million Courthouse. Not even the building of the county courthouse was exempt from corruption. Pioche was designated the county seat in 1871 and courthouse plans were initiated. The county contracted to build the courthouse at a cost of $26,400. In order to raise the needed money, $25,000 worth of bonds were sold at a discounted rate of $20,000. By the time it was completed a year later, costs had escalated to more than $88,000 because of alterations, cost overruns, mismanagement, and kickbacks. To finance payment of the courthouse, the Board of Commissioners issued certificates of indebtedness at a high rate of interest, and by the 1880s the debt had risen to $181,000. By the end of the century it exceeded more than $670,000. The final payment was made in 1937, 4 years after the building had been condemned. The total cost of the Lincoln County Courthouse was nearly $1 million.
Burglar, petty larceny, drunk, stage robbery, stage robbery, suspicion of murder, assault to murder, typical couple of days in the Pioche.
Everyday
Between
life.
1868 and 1878, there were about 10,000 people in here. And this didn't become the county seat until 1871. And there were 10,000 people here. There were 76 saloons. There were 80 houses of ill repute, because every saloon had an upstairs. And most of it was graft. This is a monument to graft, greed, and corruption. But I'll tell you about the biggest escape they had in 1878. 12 guys dug a hole in the side of the jail and escaped. And William Vats McKee tracked all of them down, cut 3 of them in California, 4 of them in Utah Territory, and all the rest of them in Lincoln County. Didn't bring any of them back. They all died of lead poisoning.
Yeah.